So today is June 8th and I'm getting ready to pot up my super hot peppers. I have them growing in these coir plugs and I will be planting them out in these 4-inch nursery pots. And I've tried different methods of transplanting. I've gone directly from the usual peat moss pellets right into 1 gallon and then also the 5 gallon, and I've had different results, but I think this year I'm just going to go directly into the 4-inch. I've also found that using coir pellets, they seem to hold water a little bit better than the peat moss. Peat moss literally will repel the water when it's dried out. This coir just sucks it right up. Alright, so I figured I'd shoot another quick video on some caterpillar damage that I've been having this year. Some of my pepper plants. God, look at this. Jeez. Yeah, some of these pepper plants, man, they grow like vines and they get all wacky on you. But I've been trying to get these plants to harden off, especially with all of this crazy California weather we've been having, like some pretty intense temperatures. But yeah, so this is what I've been looking for right here. I saw this and I figured, all right, let me shoot a quick video. But right on the underside of this leaf, I believe that is a little caterpillar egg, and it's left there by a moth. And I've been taking these in and out of the greenhouse for like the last couple weeks, trying to get them to acclimate to this crazy ass weather, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. But the most important thing is to keep my insect problems in check. I'm trying my hardest not to use any type of inorganic insecticide and stuff like that. I'm really getting away from that. The last couple years have been a complete nightmare. I've spent hundreds of dollars on buying that stuff and it's done absolutely no good. If anything, it's just made matters worse. In fact, I think the insects built a tolerance to all of the stuff that I was spraying on them. So this year I'm actually doing some research on Korean natural farming and a lot of other interesting stuff. I don't want to say organic. I can't stand that freaking word. I prefer natural. It makes a little bit more sense. Don't want to get into the politics of it all, but yeah, definitely. But I've been looking out for these caterpillar eggs. As soon as they hatch, I don't know how many caterpillars come out of one egg, but dude, like within a matter of like a day or two, one of these plants can totally get chewed up. Yeah, I've had some pretty nasty caterpillar damage already, and I definitely want to avoid that. But anyhow, yeah, if you see some of these on the undersides of your leaves, pull them off and make sure that you destroy the egg. Don't just pull it off and let it fall somewhere. Anyhow, catch you guys later. Today is August 2nd, and I'm getting ready to transplant all of my pepper seedlings. Actually, I can't even call them seedlings anymore. Well, they are seedlings. They were grown from seed, but they're pretty big. I grew them out in little coir pellets and then transferred them over to the 4-inch nursery pots, and they've been growing in there ever since. I have about maybe like 40 different types, 30 or 40 different, something like that, and some of them are already starting to flower. So I actually should have transplanted these a while ago, but I got all the pots ready. I put all the soil in there. It's a mixture of perlite, sphagnum moss, or peat moss, coir, worm castings, put a whole bunch of different types of amendments, everything from crab meal to sulpomag to azomite, Jersey green sand, and just tons of stuff. I'll be putting some humic acid in there, some humic acid granules, that is, and then inside the actual planting holes themselves, I'll be putting in some mycos, some mycorrhiza inoculants, and then also some azos, which is, I think, like it's a form of nitrogen fixing bacteria, so that'll be good for these plants. So yeah, I got quite a bit of work to do. Let me see, it's about 95 degrees right now in the greenhouse and about a good 80% humidity. I'm soaking freaking wet right now. The last couple days have been crazy. Very rainy, extremely hot, like 102 down here in Southern California. And I know it's a little bit late in the season to be doing this, but I wanted to try something different. I wanted to see if it would be possible for me to avoid or possibly maybe miss the waves of insects that I've been having the last couple years. You know, by pushing further into the season, because I know the summers are getting longer, and I don't know. It's just a theory that I have that if I waited a little bit later into the season, I'd have better luck with avoiding all the insect problems. So far, things have been pretty cool. I did have a slight spider mite problem, as you can see on this Caribbean red hot pepper plant. I still have a few going on here. You can see like all the spotting on the leaves right there. You know how all the spider mites are sort of sucking up all the chlorophyll, but I have it in check. Yeah, I'm using a mixture of neem oil, peppermint oil, rosemary oil, a whole bunch of stuff, you know, whatever I can do to keep these things at bay. So I just got all these peppers planted up, and as you can see, I have quite a few empty pots. That just kind of gives you an idea of the problems I had dealing with insects again this year. I lost quite a few seedlings, but for the most part, what I do have left, they're pretty healthy. I'm taking a chance. I know I shouldn't be doing this, but I have this pepper right here, and it was showing signs of blight. At least I think that's what it is, blight or early blight, whatever it is. And the reason why I'm trying to, even this one looks a little bit suspicious, but I'm going for it, planning it out, and I'm keeping an eye on everything, and hopefully I'll just roll with it and try to deal with all the problems that I have as the season progresses or comes to an end. The reason why I'm keeping this pepper inside of here, because this tomato plant, actually both of these, have really bad issues with blight, and I sprayed them with Serenade, and dude, it took care of it. Here are 4 other pepper plants that got hit with blight. At least that's what I think it is. This one I sprayed, but I didn't stay on top of, and it continues to show excessive amounts of leaf damage. So I have it outside of the greenhouse. This one has gotten better, but there's still some spotting on the leaves. The newer leaves look pretty good, so I'm happy with that. This one looks way better. It was looking pretty gnarly, but not too bad. Same with this one. And you know what? They all come from the same seed supplier. Let me see. It's a Peach Boot, the Big Mustard Mama, and Jay's Red. And I believe the one in the greenhouse is a Jay's Red, or it's a Big Mustard, one of the two. But either way, I don't know, I'm keeping these outside of the greenhouse just in case.